So what I learned through crashing my drone 2, I'm bringing it in for repairs now. We've just been out for a fly, and well, I was very unclever in flying in very high gusty wind situations in an enclosed area, and yeah, it sort of lost control, and this just went flying over houses, and then we landed in someone's backyard. We managed to take off from the backyard again without going into the backyard, and then managed to fly even further away, and this has copped a bit of a beating. It had brand new blades on it, but they don't look too brand new now. They're all scuffed up and cut up. This one here has got rough edges we're going to have to trim off, and this one here is broken through the core. Also, these little guys here that hold it on, it broke off the back edge of that in the crash, so the little pin that holds it in place has gone missing as well. So that's the one I'm going to repair first, and that's done, so because that can't hold the metal pin anymore. But it did come with spares, this drone. So what we need to do is get out another pin and another one of those white things, and that'll be very, very quick and easy to repair. The thing that you need is a pair of pointy nose pliers. There's all sorts of screws in there. There we go, there's a pin. So the pin is just a straight pin, just like that. And that goes through and holds this in place, and this then actually holds the pin in place. So we need to put that down. There's a hole through the shaft here, so we put that down so that we can press it down past the hole like that, get the pin right in the end of the pliers, and then poke it through the hole like that, and then we need to press it in. And then this quite simply turns and locks. If it's in far enough, click, there it goes. So there's one repair done. That goes into the bin. The pin was missing, so that guy is now on. And replacing a broken propeller, well, we just turn it until it clicks. Again, then in the low side here, there's a hole for the pin to come out. So see if we can grab it, or if we're going to push it out. No, they're not. Pair of tweezers, you might be able to grab it out like that. Let's see if I can get behind it and just press the pin out. There it goes. That comes out. Now, all quadcopters have 2 sets of blades, because one set of blades across an axis will spin one way, other set of blades across an axis will spin the other way. All quadcopters do that. And you'll see here, this SYMA X8 actually has the direction of rotation on it, but it also has A and B numbers on it. So if you look here, I'll pull this off, this here says A1, and here it says A. So an A propeller, see, that's no longer going to be doing any flying at all. An A propeller has to go onto the A motor. And I've got the blades that I first had when I put my new blades on. I then replaced the existing, and B, what do you know it? The one I broke last time was an A blade as well. So this is my last spare when it comes to A blades, but he's in good condition. So that's fine. So he can go on there. Put this back on, and it's a matter of finding that shaft and lining it up. These little guys here have like a dip in them, and where that dip or low spot is see, there's a hole there, but that's the hole you're after actually there, the low spot, so that the shaft can slide through and then hold, and then this will spin and hold it in place. So put that on, it goes on first. You get the pin, you get it right in the end of the pliers, and then you can line up that little hole like that and put the pin through. Press it into place, here we go. Once it's in place, you then turn this till it clicks. There, click. That's now locked on. And if I hadn't just lost it, there would be a little silver cap to go down over the top like this to keep it all pretty. But that was one of the casualties of our big crash. So that pin's been replaced. Sorry, that blade's been replaced. This pin has been replaced. Now we just got to get a sharp knife and take that little bit of, it might just come off if we move it backwards and forwards. There we go. That rough edge is now off. That's all good. So the last thing that we need to do is that it popped out on one of the arms. Yes, you see here, it hit the ground so hard that it's popped, and these little tangs here are now on the wrong side. So what we need to do is just loosen off the grip here and pop that back in. I'll be very gentle and see if I can't just pop it back in by itself. It might just go straight back. I don't want to break it any more than I already have. Yeah, that's looking good. There's one. There's the second one. There we go. Pressing that in. There. I hope I stayed in camera for that. Just by flexing that, I haven't had to undo any screws or anything like that. I've been able to flex that back on. So, all right, moment of truth. I'll go and get the remote. Oh, I also blew off and lost one of the light covers here. The light is still flashing, but I've lost the cover. So it was quite a spectacular crash. I will go and get the remote, and hopefully it'll still work. Okay, so moment of truth. We're going to turn this on. Oh, actually there's no battery inside it. Put a battery in it first. Okay, so moment of truth. We're going to turn this on. You can see here that red light is still flashing, but the cover, the diffuser, which is there, is now missing. So if this will pair, you can see those flashing lights there. If this will pair, it'll stop flashing. Oh, just turn the remote on. Up, showing here, gone fully up and then fully down. The light stopped flashing and a little bit of a tear. Yep, hitting the blade guards, but it's connected and running. The SYMA X8 does not have great blade guards. These are forever coming up and getting in the way. They're not as bad as a little SYMA that my son has, a little mini one, little white blade guards, but these have been very, very painful. Nonetheless, this looks like it's giving a low battery warning. So let's see. Oh, I've got one motor not spinning. That's not good. I think that's the one that copped a smash. Yeah, we've got one motor not spinning. So that's going to take some more investigation. I'll take that propeller off and have a look and see what's going on. Okay, so what could possibly go wrong here? We've powered it up with bits hanging everywhere. The motor's hanging out there. So I'm going to turn on remote and connect, and then just see if that motor is going to turn. Nope. So there we go. There's no revolutions at all coming out of that motor. So it appears, I really don't believe there's a broken wire. I'll get my multimeter out and just see if there's any power coming to that. But it appears that that motor has given out. That could have something to do with the steering problems that caused the crash too. Yeah, no. Absolutely no action. Right, here we go. So now we're going to quickly connect it. And then I've got my multimeter. I've checked the voltage on the battery here and it says 7.4 volt. Set the multimeter up to 20 volts so it's in the right range. Make sure that that's in view for you. And now just give it a little bit of, I really need to take those. Yeah. Okay, that didn't go well. So it starts to take off. There is voltage coming to the top of that switch. So the next check to see if it's going through the switch and through to here is just to check the voltage on the top of the motor. And if there's voltage to the top of the motor, then we know that the motor has died, which I think is the case. But I just need this quadcopter not to take off like it just did. Can you come and just put your finger on it, please? Just put your finger in the middle so it doesn't take off. Got it? So there is voltage to the back of the motor, so we know that that motor has died. So there you go. That is the problem, and we're going to have to look at sourcing a replacement motor before this baby here is going to fly again. Okay, so no stress on the price. Just looked it up, and 2 motors, $5.99, so $6 including postage for 2 motors. So really cheap to replace these, and I'm going to end up with a spare. And if I'm prepared to post it in from China, it's half that price, but I'm not prepared to wait 3 weeks for it. So we'll get it posted in and show you how I fit it. I just need that. There's a plug there, so I just have to unplug that. The new motor comes with a plug, and there's a screw there to take it out. So straightforward, we'll pull that out and put the new guy in. And I'm actually going to, tradesman's tip, I'm going to leave that in until the motor arrives, because then how it goes, I'll remember it, where the screw is. It's going to be a whole lot easier to put in if I actually leave it all in place. So just like that, the motors have arrived, and they came in pairs, which was interesting, but they've got obviously diagonally opposite. We've got one with blue and red wires, and we've got one with black and white wires. So we're matching the black and white wires. These motors, I'm thinking, are going to spin in different directions to go with the different propellers. This video is getting too long, so I've put the how to install a motor video, all the detail of how to pull the thing apart, how to put it back together, and just have a look at the end screen just popping up right now. You see it, and click on that, and I'll show you how to put the new motor in.